Star Realms is a world-renowned, award-winning deck-building game, published way back in 2014. In this game, we will be building up our space armadas and use it to defeat the other player. Before we get into the review of Star Realms, let me first show you the overview of its rules and mechanics. The objective of this game is to eliminate the other player's authority points. The first player whose authority reaches 0 loses the game. Let us begin first with setting up the playing field. Each player receives a starting deck of 10 cards, consisting of 8 scouts and 2 vipers. Then separate the explorer deck. Shuffle the trade deck and get the first 5 cards to form the trade row. Each player begins with 50 authority points. So this is how the game is set up, and this is how the starting playfield looks like. Now here's the basic game of Star Realms. Cards have 2 main functions. Either you use it to damage your opponent, or you use it to go shopping for more powerful cards in the trade row to increase your chances of winning. Other functions include scrapping a card and healing your authority. There are 2 kinds of cards. You have ships and you have bases. Bases stay in play until they are destroyed, while ships immediately go to your discard pile after being used. Symbols found at the top left corner of each card shows the faction of such card, and each card belongs to one of these factions. First, you have the Trade Federation, and they specialize in healing your authority points. Then you have the Star Empire, which specializes in card draw combos. Then you have the Machine Cult, which specializes in scrapping cards. Then lastly, you have the all-powerful Blob that specializes in damage dealing. Playing cards belonging to the same faction lets you activate the ally ability, maximizing the effect of each card that you play. Now we got that out of the way, let us get into the actual review of Star Realms. A game of Star Realms lasts for more or about 20 minutes, even less, if you're playing with an idiot like me. We are all familiar with famous card games like Magic the Gathering. With the amount of cards involved, however, the game becomes a little too complicated, not to mention some decks will be more overpowered than the others. This makes such game hard to get into. In Magic the Gathering, you have to learn how to efficiently build up your deck. Not to mention, you have to consider your mana pool. In Star Realms, you can choose to specialize in one faction to fully utilize your faction abilities. However, this is more of a tip than a rule. Magic the Gathering has a tendency to be imbalanced, since players can own more powerful cards than the others. Star Realms, on the other hand, being a deck building game, makes all cards accessible to both players. Star Realms belongs to a subgenre called deck builders, where the primary objective is to build up your deck as the game progresses. When we compare this game to other deck builders, Star Realms is way less complicated. Not to mention, it is more easily accessible in Philippine board game shops, both in online shops and physical stores. Price-wise, it is also a lot cheaper. This game is perfect for those who are very busy with their lives. It could be played when taking a study break, or you could play it after closing a deal with your client. It is also a perfect appetizer for weekend board gaming sessions before getting hours into big box games to get the fun going. The game itself is so small that you can bring it anywhere. Star Realms has had several expansions already, and Star Realms Frontiers is one of them. However, since in this season we are focusing on entry-level board games, we deem it enough to focus on reviewing the base game alone. The base game is more than enough to enjoy the Star Realms experience for new players. It also has multiplayer features, which offers a variety of gameplay. If you are wondering what's the difference between Star Realms Frontiers and Star Realms the base game, we will be making a review of it in the near future. But for now, it is important that you have the Star Realms base game experience and to have at least a grasp of its rules and mechanics, because a lot of its rules and mechanics are also applicable here, Star Realms Frontiers. Again, this is diceandcardboard.ph. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you and goodbye.